Hey guys, this is the crazy tour experience segment of the video. We were rolling into this venue and we were having some issues with charging in our alternator and stuff, and so I go back in the engine bay and, well, I noticed that our alternator belts were flapping around and there was actually 2 of the 3 missing, and I actually had my hands down on the bumper area, and on my way back up, the alternator belt caught my fingers and pulled them over the pulley. But thankfully, I'm still able to play guitar and bass and work on this bus here. And so on that same night, we roll out to the hospital, and she's like talking to the hand surgeon, wasn't even on duty, and so he came in and she's like, "Listen, we're touring musicians. Like, leave as much on there as you can."
Well, they wanted to file the bone down, which I get, but I was like begging the hand surgeon, saying, "Listen, I need him to play bass and he needs to have as much there as possible, so could you not file it?" And they didn't. And on a side note, if you look on our Facebook on Silversyde, you can go ahead and check out those bloody pictures. If you like horror movies, you'll love the pictures.
Yeah.
That night we go and drive out to our next venue, and this is in February, and it's cold and snowy and icy. And we have to go to Walnut Creek, Ohio from Indiana. And we take these back country roads.
So I was driving right after I lost my fingertip and had a fractured, all that stuff. And all of a sudden we come up to this, like, it's seriously Amish town. And I'm coming up to this hill and I go to make a right turn and our rear tires grab the snowbank and we start sliding back, like we slid back probably 150 feet. And
in the dark.
In the dark.
With no lights on.
Our alternator stopped working like probably 20 minutes before we got into town or into that area. And so we got out in the Amish communities and there's like no street lights, no nothing out there. So
we had the moonlight.
We had the moonlight hitting the black road and the white snow, and that was the only thing that I had for light. We get into town and they had sent out rescue parties for us. And they're like, "Yeah, we went down this road and that road." And we're like, "We didn't take that road." And they're like, "Well, how'd you guys get here?" And I said the route of the name, the street name on it, and there was like this giant gasp. Like not even they would go with their like tiny little cars through the Amish roads that we went through. And I took a 40-foot tour bus through there. So
the horror of us sliding backwards with no lights down this hill.
If I weren't on Percocets, I probably would have had a heart attack.
Yes.
But so I started playing like a couple weeks later. I had like these. They looked like I had like little honeycombs at the end of my fingers, and I started playing with my ring and my pinky, and started playing again 2 weeks later. The doctor said it was going to take like 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. So
he's just a trooper. That's what he is. Yeah.